I swear I wasn't supposed to see that. If you're watching this, just don't ignore the small things, like when someone stops blinking, or when they start avoiding mirrors for no reason. That's how it started. My friend Ethan disappeared for 3 days. No calls, no texts. No one knew where he went. At first, we thought it was just Ethan being Ethan. He was always doing dumb stuff, disappearing, going on random trips without telling anyone. But this felt different. His mom called me the second day. She was crying. Have you heard from him? I hadn't. By day 3, people started talking. Teachers, neighbors. Even the police showed up near his house. And then he came back. Just like that. No explanation. No panic. No relief. He just walked into school like nothing happened. I remember the exact moment I saw him. He was standing by his locker, scrolling on his phone like he never left. I ran up to him. Bro, where the hell were you? Everyone's freaking out. He slowly looked up at me and smiled, but it felt off. You know that feeling when something looks normal, but your brain is like, nope. Yeah, that. I was just away, he said. That was it. No story, no details, just away. I laughed it off at first. Dude, your mom almost called the cops. I know, he said, still smiling, not even blinking. That's when I noticed it. His eyes. He was staring straight at me, without blinking. Like, at all. I waved my hand in front of his face. Bro, you good? I'm fine, he said. Same tone, same smile. Too calm. Way too calm. Later that day, we were in the bathroom after class. I was washing my hands, and Ethan was standing next to me. But instead of looking at himself in the mirror, he was staring at the wall, not even turning his head. Why aren't you looking? I asked. Looking at what? At yourself, in the mirror. He went quiet. For a second, I thought he didn't hear me. Then he slowly turned his head toward the mirror, but stopped, like something invisible was blocking him. I don't need to, he said, and then he walked out. That night, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Something was wrong. Not just, he's acting weird, wrong. Something deeper. Something not human. I texted him, Yo, be honest, what actually happened? He replied instantly. I came back. That was it. I stared at the message for a while. Then another message popped up. But not alone. I froze. My fingers hovered over the keyboard. What do you mean? Scene. Typing. 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 And then it stopped. No reply. Just silence. And for some reason, I had this horrible feeling. Whatever came back was still figuring out how to act human. I didn't sleep much after that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I kept seeing him, standing there in my room, smiling like nothing was wrong, except everything was. Morning felt weird. You know that heavy silence? Like the air itself is watching you. Yeah, that. I checked my phone. No messages from him. Which was strange. Usually, after hanging out, he'd text something dumb like, Bro, you alive? Or send memes at 3 a.m. But now, nothing. I tried to ignore it, told myself I was just overthinking. Big mistake. Around noon, I heard a knock. Not a normal knock. Slow. Even. Almost careful. I opened the door, and there he was. Same clothes as yesterday. Same smile. Hey, he said casually. Can I come in? Something in my chest tightened. But I stepped aside anyway. Yeah, sure. He walked in like he'd never left, sat down, looked around my room like he was memorizing it. You okay? I asked. Yeah, he said. Why wouldn't I be? I hesitated. You just disappeared for 3 days. He froze. Not for long, just a second, but I saw it. Then he laughed. Too quickly. Oh, that. I told you, didn't I? No, I said. Another pause. Then he tilted his head slightly. Huh, must have slipped my mind. That didn't sound like him at all. I sat across from him, watching closely. Where were you? He didn't answer right away. Instead, he looked at the wall, at the mirror. His smile disappeared. Can you cover that? He asked quietly. I frowned. The mirror? He nodded, still not looking at it. Why? I just don't like them anymore. That was new. This guy used to spend 20 minutes fixing his hair before going anywhere. Now he wouldn't even look at himself. Dude, what happened to you? I asked. He looked at me. And for a split second, just a split second, his expression was completely empty. No emotion. Nothing. Then the smile came back. Nothing happened, he said. I'm the same. No. No, you're not. I grabbed a hoodie and threw it over the mirror. Better? I asked. He relaxed instantly, like he could breathe again. Yeah, he whispered. That word stuck with me. Whispered. Why was he whispering? We sat there in silence for a while. Then I noticed something else. His eyes. Still wide open. Still not blinking. Hey, I said slowly. When's the last time you slept? He didn't answer. Just kept staring at me. And smiling. Then, you blink a lot, he said suddenly. I felt a chill run down my spine. What? You blink, he repeated, over and over. Doesn't it bother you? Number? He leaned closer. Too close. I think I forgot how. I laughed nervously. Very funny. I'm not joking. Silence. I swallowed. Try, I said. Just blink. He stared at me. Seconds passed. 10. 20. Nothing. Then, finally, very slowly, his eyelids started to close. Halfway down. He stopped. Like something wouldn't let him finish. Then they snapped back open. His breathing got heavier. I can't, he said. And for the first time, he looked scared. Really scared. And that's when I realized something I didn't want to admit. Whatever came back might not be my friend anymore. I wish I could say I left right then. I didn't. That's the thing about fear. It doesn't always make you run. Sometimes it just glues you to the spot and makes you watch. He was still sitting in front of me, breathing heavier than before. I can't blink, he repeated, quieter this time. Okay, chill, I said, trying to sound normal. It's probably just stress or something. Even I didn't believe that. He slowly leaned back, but his eyes never left mine. Not once. Can you feel your eyes? I asked. He hesitated. Not really. That answer hit harder than I expected. What do you mean, not really? He lifted a hand and touched his eyelid. Nothing. No reaction. No flinch. He pressed harder. Still nothing. Dude, stop, I said, grabbing his wrist. You're gonna hurt yourself. He looked at my hand like he didn't recognize it. Then back at me. Does it hurt? He asked. Yes, obviously. He shook his head slightly. I don't remember what that feels like. Silence. That heavy, suffocating silence again. I stood up. Okay, that's enough. We're going to a doctor. No. He said it instantly. Too fast. Too sharp. I froze. What do you mean, no? I'm fine, he said. I just need time. You can't blink, you're afraid of mirrors, and you don't feel pain. That's not fine. His smile twitched. For a second, it looked like it might disappear completely. I said I'm fine. Something in his voice changed. It wasn't angry. It was wrong. Flat, empty, like it wasn't coming from him. I took a step back. All right, just relax, okay? He didn't move. Didn't blink. Didn't breathe normally. Just stared. Then, he looked at it. My stomach dropped. Looked at what? He slowly turned his head toward the covered mirror. The hoodie I threw over it shifted slightly, like something behind it moved. "I told you not to," he whispered. "I didn't look at anything," I said quickly. "Yes, you did." His voice got lower. "You always do." My heart started racing. "What are you talking about?" He stood up. Slowly. Too slowly. Like every movement had to be learned again. "It doesn't like being seen," he said. "Who doesn't?" He smiled wider. "Me." A cold wave ran through my whole body. "That's not funny. I'm not trying to be." The room suddenly felt smaller, tighter, like the walls were leaning in. "Listen," I said, forcing myself to stay calm. "You're scaring me." He tilted his head again. "That same unnatural angle. You should be." And then, the hoodie fell off the mirror, just slipped down. No wind. No movement. It just dropped. I turned my head without thinking. Worst mistake. For a split second, I saw the reflection. Me. Him. And something else. Standing behind him. Tall. Wrong. Its face didn't look like anything real, like it was trying to copy a human face, but kept getting it slightly off. Too wide. Too still. And its eyes. They were blinking. Slowly. On purpose. I spun back around instantly. My friend was still in front of me. Same position. Same smile. "Did you see it?" he asked softly. I couldn't speak. My throat felt dry. Tight. "Yeah," he said, nodding slowly. "It saw you too." I stumbled back, hitting the wall. What is that?" He took one step closer. That's the part of me that came back. My hands started shaking. No, that's not possible." He leaned in, whispering, "It followed me." Silence. Then, "And now it knows where you live." I didn't wait. I grabbed my phone, my jacket, anything, and rushed past him to the door. "Hey," he called after me. I stopped. I don't know why. I just did. "Don't look at mirrors tonight," he said. I turned slowly. His smile was gone. Completely gone. And for the first time since he came back, I think I was looking at my real friend. "Please," he added. Then I ran. I didn't stop running until I was halfway down the street. I didn't even remember putting my shoes on. Cold air hit my face, but it didn't help. Nothing helped. My head was spinning. It followed me. "Don't look at mirrors tonight." What does that even mean? I finally slowed down, breathing hard, hands shaking like crazy. I pulled out my phone. 12:47 a.m. Of course. Everything bad always happens at night. I thought about calling someone, but what would I even say? "Hey, my friend came back from disappearing and now there's something living in his reflection?" Yeah. No. I started walking home fast, constantly looking over my shoulder. Nothing. Empty street. But it didn't feel empty. It felt like something was just out of sight. Watching. Waiting. When I got home, the first thing I did was turn on every light. Room, kitchen, bathroom, even the hallway. I didn't care. I just needed light. I locked the door, then checked it again, and again. Then, I stood there in silence. My apartment suddenly felt unfamiliar, like I walked into someone else's place, and then I saw it. The mirror in the hallway. I froze. My friend's voice echoed in my head. "Don't look at mirrors tonight." "It's just a mirror," I whispered. I took a step closer. Then another. My reflection stared back at me. Normal. Just me. Same clothes. Same tired face. Nothing behind me. I let out a shaky breath. "See? You're just freaking out." I leaned closer. My reflection did the same. Perfect sync. Everything normal. Then, I blinked. My reflection didn't. I froze instantly. My heart slammed against my chest. No! I slowly waved my hand. My reflection copied me. Normal! I blinked again. This time, it blinked too. At the same time, I stepped back fast. Okay, I'm just tired. That's it. I turned away from the mirror. Didn't want to push it. Didn't want to know. I went to my room and shut the door. No mirrors here. Good. I sat on my bed, staring at my phone, trying to distract myself. Scrolling. Videos, messages, anything. But I couldn't focus. Every little sound made me jump. The fridge humming. The pipes. Even my own breathing. Then, tap. I looked up. Silence. Hello? Nothing. I shook my head. Just the house. I went back to my phone. Tap. This time louder. Coming from the hallway. My stomach dropped. Slowly, I stood up. I didn't want to check. But I had to. I opened the door just a little. The hallway light was still on. The mirror was still there. Everything looked normal. Then, tap. This time I saw it. The sound came from the mirror. From the inside. Like something was knocking. Trying to get out. I stepped back immediately. Nope, I'm done. I shut the door and locked it. I didn't care if that made no sense. I just needed a barrier. Any barrier. My breathing got faster. Louder. Then my phone buzzed. I almost dropped it. Unknown number. Of course. I stared at the screen. It kept ringing. Against my better judgment, I answered. Hello? Silence. Just quiet, static. Who is this? Then, a voice. Soft. Barely there. Why did you look? My blood ran cold. I recognized that voice. It was my friend. But it wasn't him. It sounded like something was speaking through him, struggling to form the words. I didn't, I started. You did, it whispered. You always do. My hand tightened around the phone. What do you want from me? Silence again. Then, a slow, unnatural breath. I want to switch. The call cut. Dead silence. My screen went black. And then, I saw it. Not in the room. Not behind me. On my phone screen. My reflection. Looking straight at me. Smiling. And this time, it blinked first. I dropped my phone. Like, literally. Just let it slip out of my hands like it burned me. The screen hit the floor and went dark for a second. Everything went quiet. Too quiet. I didn't move. I didn't even want to breathe. Then, slowly, I leaned down and picked it up. The screen was black. And I could see my reflection again. I froze. This time, it wasn't moving. I slightly tilted my head. The reflection didn't. My heart started pounding so hard it felt like it was in my ears. No. I quickly turned the phone off and threw it onto the bed. No mirrors. No reflections. Nothing. I remembered what Ethan said. Don't look at mirrors tonight. Too late. I already did. Tap. Again. But not from the hallway this time. From my phone. Slowly, I turned my head. The phone was lying on the bed. The screen turned on by itself. I didn't touch it. The camera was open. Front camera. And there was me. But not me. It was staring straight into the camera. Straight at me. Smiling. Wider than any normal smile should be. I snapped. Grabbed the phone and threw it at the wall. The screen cracked. The image disappeared. Silence. I stood there, breathing hard. Okay, it's gone. But deep down, I knew. It wasn't gone. I slid down to the floor, leaning against the bed. My hands were shaking. My head felt heavy. And then it hit me. I want to switch. It's not just scaring me. It wants to replace me, like it did with Ethan. He came back, wrong. Didn't blink. Didn't look in mirrors. Didn't act human. So it already happened once. And now, it's my turn. I stood up fast. No, I'm not letting that happen. I started covering everything that could reflect. TV, covered with a blanket. Window, curtains, shut tight. Even the metal door handle, I taped over it. It looked insane, but I didn't care. I just couldn't see myself. Minutes passed. Or maybe an hour. Time didn't feel real anymore. Then, I heard something behind me. Inside my room. Slowly, I turned around. The door. I locked it. I'm sure I did. Now it was slightly open. Darkness from the hallway just stared back at me. And then I saw it. Something standing there. Right on the edge of light. A silhouette. My silhouette. Same height. Same shape. But it wasn't moving. Just watching me. I couldn't even blink. "That's not me," I whispered. And then it stepped forward. The light hit its face. It was me. But with that same unnatural smile. And completely still eyes. "Almost," it said. The voice was mine, but distorted. Like it was coming through water. "Just a little more, and I will be." I stepped back. "Don't come closer." It tilted its head. Like something learning how to act human. "You already opened the door." My stomach dropped. "What door?" Slowly, it raised its hand and pointed at my eyes. "These." The lights started flickering. Once. Twice. 3 times. Then total darkness. And when the light came back, it was closer. Way too close. It was standing right in front of me. Too close. Close enough that I could see every detail of its face. My face. But something was wrong. The skin looked slightly off. Like it didn't fit properly. Like it was being worn. And the eyes, they were completely still. No blinking. No life. Just staring. I couldn't move. I couldn't even think. "Don't," I whispered. It smiled wider. "You looked," it said softly. Its voice sounded clearer now. More like mine. Like it was learning. "You opened the door." "I didn't open anything," I snapped. It tilted its head again. Slow. Curious. "You did," it repeated. "When you tried to see yourself." My throat went dry. "That's not how this works." It took another step closer. Now we were almost face to face. "That's exactly how it works." I forced myself to move. Took a step back. Then another. But it followed. Perfectly matching me. Like a reflection. But delayed. Not synced. Wrong. "Stop!" I shouted. It stopped instantly. Still smiling. "See," it said, "I'm learning you." A chill ran through my whole body. Learning me. Copying me. Replacing me. "No, you're not real." It leaned in slightly. "So are you." My breathing got faster. I needed to think. There had to be a way out of this. Something Ethan said. Something I missed. "Why mirrors?" I asked. It paused. Like it was choosing the right words. "Because that's where we meet you," it said. "We don't come from outside." My stomach twisted. "Then where do you come from?" It slowly raised its hand and pointed again. Not at my eyes this time. At the floor. At the faint reflection under the light. At every place you can see yourself. it whispered. We wait there. No. I shook my head. No, that's not possible. It took another step. Now I could feel its breath. Cold. Not human. You've seen me already, it said. You can't unsee me. My heart was racing. Then what happens? It smiled again. That same stretched, unnatural smile. I get closer. The lights flickered again. This time longer. The room dipped into darkness. And I heard it move. Fast. Too fast. When the lights came back, it was right in front of me. Closer than before. Almost touching. I stumbled back and hit the wall. No, stay away! It didn't listen. Of course it didn't. It slowly raised its hand and reached toward my face. I froze. I couldn't stop it. Its fingers were inches away. And then, my phone buzzed loudly on the floor. The sound snapped me out of it. The thing stopped, turned its head slightly, like it was confused. I didn't wait. I lunged forward, grabbed the phone. Unknown number. Again. I answered instantly. Hello? Static. Then, Ethan's voice. Real. Panicked. Don't let it touch you. I froze. What? If it touches your face, he shouted, cutting in, it finishes the switch. My blood went cold. I slowly looked up. The thing was staring at me again, smiling, hand still reaching. Too late, it whispered. The lights went out. Complete darkness. And this time, I felt something brush against my cheek. Cold. Wrong. Not skin. The moment it brushed my cheek, everything inside me just stopped. Not like fear, not like panic, just silence. Like someone pressed mute on the world. I couldn't hear my breathing, couldn't feel my heartbeat. Just that cold touch. Wrong. Completely wrong. Then the lights came back, and it was gone. I was alone in my room, standing exactly where I was. Phone still in my hand. Call ended. No sound. Nothing. For a second I thought, maybe it wasn't real. Maybe I imagined all of it. Then I looked down at my hand. It was shaking, but slower than before. Too controlled. Too calm. No, I whispered. Something felt off. Not around me. Inside me. I ran to the bathroom without thinking. Then stopped in the doorway. The mirror. I remembered everything. Don't look. But I had to know. I stepped closer. Slowly. My reflection appeared. Normal. Just me. Same face. Same eyes. Same everything. I stared. Waiting. Nothing happened. I blinked. My reflection blinked too. Perfect sync. I let out a shaky breath. Okay, I'm still me. Then, my reflection smiled. I didn't. I froze. The smile on its face slowly stretched wider. And wider. Not completely, it said. Its lips didn't match mine. Its voice came from nowhere. Or everywhere. I stumbled back. What did you do to me? It tilted its head, mocking me. What you did, it replied. You let me in. I grabbed the sink to steady myself. No, you're not real. You're still in the mirror. It laughed. A quiet, broken sound. Not anymore. My chest tightened. What does that mean? The reflection leaned closer. Its eyes locked onto mine. Unblinking. Now we share. Suddenly, my vision glitched. Like a frame drop in a video. For a split second. I wasn't in the bathroom. I was somewhere else. Dark. wet, cold, and there was a surface in front of me, like glass or water. And on the other side, I saw myself, standing in the bathroom, looking scared, breathing fast, alive. Then, everything snapped back. I grabbed my head. What was that? My reflection smiled again. That's where I was, it said. And now, it slowly raised its hand, mirroring me perfectly now. That's where you're going. No, no! I slammed my fist into the mirror. Crack! The glass shattered. Pieces fell into the sink. Silence. I stood there, breathing hard, my reflection broken into fragments. Good, I said. Now you're gone. But then, I saw movement. In every piece of broken glass, there was still a reflection. And in each one, it was still smiling. My phone buzzed again. I turned fast. Another call. Ethan? I answered instantly. It touched me, I shouted. I know, he said. His voice was shaking. Then it started. My stomach dropped. What started? A pause. Then quietly. The overlap. I felt cold again. Not outside. Inside. What does that mean? Ethan took a breath. It means you're not fully here anymore. I slowly looked back at the broken mirror, at all the pieces, at all the reflections, at all the versions of me, smiling back. The overlap, I repeated. My voice didn't even sound like mine anymore. Ethan, what does that mean? There was static on the line. Then his voice came back, quieter now. It means you're in both places at once, he said. Here and there. My chest tightened. No, that's not possible. It is, he cut in. It happened to me too. I froze. What? A pause. Then, that's not the real me you see at school. My blood ran cold. Then who is it? You already know. I slowly turned back to the shattered mirror, every piece still reflecting me. Or something pretending to be me. Then where are you right now? I asked. Another pause. And when he answered, his voice sounded distant, like he was far away. I'm on the other side. My vision flickered again, just for a second. But this time, I saw it clearer. That place. Dark. Cold. Like everything was covered in water or glass. And in front of me, there was a surface. Transparent. And on the other side, my room. My real room. But something was off. I wasn't standing there. Something else was. It looked like me. Standing still. Smiling. Watching. I snapped back. Fell to my knees. Breathing hard. I saw it, Ethan. I saw it. I know, he said quickly. Listen to me carefully. I don't have much time. My heart started racing again. Why? Because once it fully replaces you, he said, you won't be able to come back. Silence filled the room. Heavy. Suffocating. What do I do? I whispered. There was a long pause. Then, you have to stop looking. I frowned. What? Anything that reflects you, he said. Mirrors, screens, glass, everything. That's impossible. I know, he snapped. That's the point. Suddenly, my phone screen flickered. I looked down. For a split second, I didn't see my call screen. I saw that place again. And my own face, pressed against the other side. Smiling. Watching me. I dropped the phone. No. Ethan's voice came through faintly from the floor. It's getting stronger, isn't it? Yes, I shouted. I keep seeing it. That means it's almost done. My whole body went cold. Almost done with what? With becoming you. I stood up fast. No, I'm not letting that happen. I grabbed my hoodie and pulled it over my head, covered as much as I could. No reflections, no contact. Good, Ethan said. That buys you time. Time for what? A pause. Then, for us to meet. I froze. The store? I asked. The old one in the yard? Yeah, he said. Same place. My heart skipped. That's where you told me to meet you before. I know, he replied. That's where the connection is weakest. I moved toward my door. Slowly. Carefully. What happens if I don't make it? Silence. Then, you stay there. My hand froze on the door handle. And it stays here. I swallowed hard. Ethan. Yeah? If I see myself again. A pause. Then his voice came back. Serious. Cold. Don't trust it. I opened the door. The hallway was dark. Too dark. And at the far end, I could already see something standing there. Waiting. Perfectly still. Smiling. The yard was silent. Too silent. I arrived at the old store just as Ethan said. The building had been abandoned for years, its windows cracked and dark, but tonight it felt alive, like it was watching. I stopped at the edge of the yard, my chest tight, hands shaking. I could see the faint outline of Ethan, or what I thought was Ethan, waiting near the entrance. Over here, his voice sounded normal, almost human. But I couldn't shake the feeling something was wrong. I took a few cautious steps forward. Every sound, my own breathing, the crunch of gravel under my shoes, felt deafening. And then I noticed it. Mirrors. Glass. Every shiny surface in the yard reflected something I couldn't recognize. Not me, not him. Something wrong. I froze. And then a voice called from behind me. You came. I spun around. Nothing. Just the darkness of the street behind me. Then it stepped out. From the shadows, the figure that had been replacing Ethan appeared. Same height, same shape, same face, but the eyes. Oh God, the eyes. Completely still, wide open. Unblinking, watching me. I wanted to run, but my legs felt like lead. You're late, it whispered in my own voice. I stumbled back. What do you want? It smiled. Not the friendly smile I knew, the wrong smile, the one that made my stomach turn. I want to finish what I started. The air thickened, cold, heavy. I could feel it pressing on me like a weight. I tried to take another step, but something grabbed my ankle. I looked down. Nothing. My foot was free, but the feeling, it didn't go away. Then I realized it wasn't just behind me. It was everywhere. Reflections in broken windows, puddles, shiny metal, each showing that same face, smiling, unblinking. I heard another voice, faint but real. Ethan. Don't let it touch you, he shouted. Move fast. Go through the store. I ran. My heart was pounding so hard it hurt. I pushed open the door. Inside was darkness and dust, broken shelves, but at the back, a faint light. I moved toward it. Every reflection along the walls followed me, each one moving slightly differently, jerky, wrong, like it was learning me, copying me. I reached the back room. The faint light came from a small cracked window. Ethan was there, real Ethan, his eyes wide, trembling. Quickly, he whispered, through the back. Don't look at anything reflective. I nodded, my hands shaking. Then I realized the thing, the fake me, was right behind me. The temperature dropped. I could feel its breath. Cold, not human. It raised its hand. I froze. Then Ethan grabbed mine. Now, he shouted. We ran through the broken back door. I didn't dare glance back. But I could feel it watching, learning, waiting. Outside, the night was still, but I could see the faint outline of it in every reflection nearby. Windows, water puddles, even the street lamp glass. It hadn't given up. And I knew. It never would. We ran through the yard, breath sharp in the cold night air. Every reflective surface seemed to follow us. windows, puddles, even the faint shine of the street lamp. I didn't dare look. I couldn't. Keep moving, Ethan hissed. His hand gripped mine like a lifeline. We're almost there! Where? I gasped. My lungs burned. He pointed toward an alley behind the old store. Through here. There's no reflective surfaces in the back. It can't track us there. I trusted him because I had no choice. Every step was like walking on glass. My chest pounded, but worse was the feeling of being watched. It's everywhere. It's learning. We slipped into the alley. It was narrow, dark, and thankfully free of mirrors, windows, and shiny metal. I slowed down slightly, trying to catch my breath. Ethan glanced back. It's close, he whispered. I froze, my stomach churned. Close, too close. I felt the presence even before I saw it. A shadow sliding along the walls, faster than any human could move. Then it appeared at the alley's entrance. My heart stopped. It was me. No, it was not me. The same face, same shape, same clothes. But the eyes, completely unblinking, the smile stretched wide, unnatural. You can't hide, it said, my own voice echoing strangely. You already let me in. I stumbled backward. Ethan shoved me forward. Don't let it reach you, he shouted. Run! We sprinted down the alley. I could hear it moving behind us, a distorted sliding sound, like a reflection trying to walk outside its frame. I glanced down at my hands. Trembling, I couldn't stop shaking. This way, Ethan yelled, turning into a small courtyard. No reflective surfaces, just cracked concrete and shadows. I followed, my heart racing, every nerve screaming. I could hear it now whispering, my voice, almost. Then we reached the center of the courtyard. Ethan stopped, pulled me close. This is it, he whispered. Stand still. Don't blink. I froze, confused. What? What do you mean? You have to force it out, he said. It can't stay outside your reflection if you don't look at it. But it's been learning you. The overlap is almost complete. If it touches you fully. What? He grabbed my shoulders, looked me in the eyes. It'll replace you. I swallowed hard. My legs shook. My breath hitched. The air felt thick, heavy. Then I heard it, sliding into the courtyard, my fake self, whispering again. Almost. I turned my face toward the ground. Didn't look. Not at its hands. Not its eyes. Not its smile. The wind picked up. The shadow moved closer. I could feel it, just inches from me. Cold, wrong, breathing against my neck. Then Ethan stepped in front of me. Now, he shouted. A flash of light. White, blinding. I screamed, but it was muffled. The shadow froze, then dissipated, gone. The courtyard was quiet. My chest heaving, my body trembling. I slowly looked at Ethan. Real Ethan, eyes wide, blinking, alive. We did it, he whispered. I nodded, unable to speak. But deep down, I knew it wasn't over. Not really. Because somewhere out there, in mirrors, in screens, in every reflection we couldn't see, it was still learning. And the next time it returned, it would be stronger. I swallowed, shook my head. We have to be careful, Ethan said. I nodded again. From now on, don't trust reflections. And I knew he was right. Because some things shouldn't exist outside the glass. And some things should never come back. Checkmark the end for now.